Okay, I have never played Jagged Alliance 2. In fact, I've never heard of Jagged Alliance 2. This game is a PC title from 1999. Didn't really have much access to PC gaming at the time. I am using a mod, the Stracciatella mod, in order for it to work on Windows 10. It doesn't change anything other than lets it run at full resolution. I might have some video or audio capture issues because it's a different resolution, so if the video is wonky or the sound sounds distorted, please let me know. Since I've never played the game before, I would very much like help. I know this is back in the era where PC games are a little bit rougher with explaining to the player what they should do, so I'll do my best to figure it out, but I'll relax my usual backseating rules a little bit for this. Let's see, speech, real-time confirmation. Additional safety click will be required for movement in real time. Okay. Use the metric system. Okay. Yikes. Cursor, show 3D cursor. Remember having trouble with ammo calibers in soccer. This will be worse. Okay. Alright. Turn it up a little bit. This game seems a bit quiet. Difficulty level. Yeah, let's do novice. That seems wise. Guns, normal or tons of guns. Game style, realistic or sci-fi. Save any time. We'll leave that on. Iron Man can't save during combat. Dead is dead. Can't load previous save games. It's cool that they have those options. You have chosen novice mode. This setting is appropriate for those new to Jagged Alliance, those new to strategy games in general, those wishing shorter battles in the game. This will affect things throughout the entire course of the game, so choose wisely. Yeah. Sounds... It's like easy in FTL. Gotcha. So see what the setting is like for this game. I know nothing about it at all.
Fire station Tango, on coordinates. Fire station Tango, fire when ready.
Daedrona, Queen for Life. Okay. Remind you of the 90s Blizzard cutscenes. Shooting civilians, alright. Prague. Does take place on Earth, though. Pretty cool cinematography for the 90s. Too.
I was happy to hear you have decided to take the assignment. No doubt your inquiries have shown that I, Enrico Chivaldori, speak the truth. In the past 10 years, since killing my father and framing me, my wife has inflicted great suffering upon my people. Those that may be of value to her are imprisoned, beaten, and tortured. The old, the sick, even infants with birth defects are removed swiftly from the population. Now it is time to remove her. I have brought the money you requested. It is everything I have. However, Arurco is full of gold and silver, and you might be able to convince the miners to help us in the struggle. There also exists a small but determined rebel movement. They are led by a man named Miguel Cordona. If you can locate Miguel, I have written a letter for you to give him. I believe he will accept you and prove to be an invaluable ally. I wish you luck, my friend.
Oh man, look at that laptop! 2 megabytes. ENIAC powered. Welcome to your laptop. Press H to get help at any time. On the screen, there are a number of programs that help you organize your vacation. They're all helpful, but if you're just starting out, you want to check out your email. Use the web to visit the AIM site. I'm not talking about the Instant Messenger. Check out the IMP site as well. IMP site will cost $3,000, so don't spend all your money on AIM. If you want to save your game, you'll have to shut down your laptop first. You can open it any time. When you're ready to travel, shut down your laptop. I love this old school UI too. Email, greatest forms of modern communication. Use this tool to stay in touch with Enrico and various other contacts. I already have email. Web, use this to hire your team from AIM's website. The Association of International Mercenaries, not AOL Instant Messenger. Got it. Use your list of bookmarks to access sites without having to remember website addresses. You learn of new sites that appear in your bookmarks. Okay. Browse into files you receive. Electronic notebook that will keep track of events and quests. Okay. View your current or departed team member statistics. View finances. Merc stats. Okay. Salary is the amount of Merc charges. Merc charges different amounts depending on whether the contract is for a day, a week, or 2 weeks. It comes directly out of your main bank account. They operate on a strictly cash up-front basis for obvious reasons. Don't blow your entire wad on expensive mercs until you can afford exceptional talents. Keep in mind that merc skills can develop over time. Stats range from 0 to 100, with 0 being pathetic and 100 being top of the line. Typically don't increase as much over time as skills. Okay. Health represents physical well-being. Mercenary with 10 health can be killed by a stubbed toe. Gotcha. So it's not like it's not hit points. It's more like vitality, I guess. Agility: how well a mercenary reacts physically to a new situation. Speed, coordination, and control. And travel speed. Oh, health is hit points. So do all characters in the game have 100 hit points when they're fully healed? Or do some of them have lower maximum hit points? That's why I was describing vitality. Mercenary's ability to perform delicate or precise movements. Medical talents. Muscle and brawn. Wisdom. Learn from experience and training. Text interpretation. Intelligent members have no difficulty mastering the inner workings of a complex military items. Funny metal pineapple with a pin in it. Leadership is charm, respect, and presence. It's basically charisma. In addition to attributes, mercs have 4 basic skills that lie at the heart of the mercenary trade, from 0 to 100, increase with practice. A skill of 0 can never improve. Gotcha. Medical. Got it. Explosives. I like the flavor text here for these descriptions. Mechanical, marksmanship. Experience level is the most important mercenary trait. Looks at some of their abilities, the amount of combat they've seen, how knowledgeable they are in the field. Mercs increase experience, they also gain proficiency in field operations, ability to focus sights on an enemy, okay, so boost to accuracy, more effective at interrupting, and avoid being interrupted, detecting booby traps, ambushes, sneakier, and stealthier. You have new mail. Oh, this is great. Psych Pro Inc. We know what you're thinking. They even give you spam. It's awesome. Institute for Mercenary Profiling at IMP. I wonder if you can actually go to imp.com if they bought and kept the domain all this time. Place you won't find it any candy-ass PC site. Use your God and Smith & Wesson given talents. This game is very stylish. Secret activation code. Law enforcement agents are requested to note this is for entertainment only. Imp does not supply actual mercenaries. You don't know me. However, I've been informed that you're in a position to help me. I wish to avoid divulging details of my predicament electronically. Okay, that's what we just saw. Further our discussion, I find your terms agreeable. I need a couple of days to raise the money. While I'm doing so, I trust you'll be looking into my story. Include our deal shortly. The background information on Oracle is... It's like a fictional country. I met him in Prague. Got it. Let's look at the web. Oh man, it looks like 90s websites. You go to the Space Jam website. Association of... There's ads too? That's funny. Most professional choice for commanders in need of a high-qualified hired gun. Must be at least 18 years of old or sane mind. No more than 2 felony convictions in any given country to gain access to this site. Okay. That's funny. Bobby Ray's Guns and Things. Gillicuddy's Mortuary. Malleus Incus and Stapes Insurance. Under construction. It just needs to have a guest book. Like, this is what it would look like if someone was making a video game today that was set with 1990s internet. I'm pretty impressed at how well they've nailed it. Look up again, bookmarks, I see. Links, McGillicuddy's Mortuary. I think families grieved. It's 1983. Funeral director and former AIM mercenary Murray Pops McGillicuddy. Send followers. We airdrop anywhere. We're fast and efficient. Lowest prices in the world. So how many of these become, wow, I get bookmarks for the florist? So it incentivizes me to check out all these links. That's funny. Happy birthday. Oh my god, I can actually set this up? That's crazy. Alright. I can see them doing some fun puzzles with stuff like this. The remainder of this site has not been completed due to a death in the family. Pending reading of the will and dispersion of assets. The site will be completed as soon as possible. Okay. I feel like what happened there is they got send flowers, and they'd spent a ton of time setting up the flowers site, and they're like, we can't do this. This is way too much shit. Alright, what else we got here? Insurance brokers. 70 health is average, 85 is... Okay, so it's their maximum health. It can go down and up. It's both hit points and a maximum, I guess. Can you heal it like traditional hit points? I sure do. These guys are a godsend. Lost more than my shirt, and I insist on insuring all my men. Gus Tarballs. Bungee Jumpers of America. The North American Shark Cage Testers Alliance. This game is very silly. Enter review an insurance contract. You don't have any personnel in your employ who would qualify for insurance under our policies. Okay. There's effort in this game. I'm really impressed. Members. Mugshot index. Oh man. Right on. Spider. Dr. Donna Spider Houston. Health 81, Agility 56, Dexterity 76, Leadership 16, Wisdom 90, Medical 94. Shows the gear she comes with. Yeah, this is cool. Keith Blood Hansen, Ernie Red Sprague. I love they all have medical deposits. Alright. What else we got here at AIM? Policies. Employers waives all rights based on understandings or misunderstandings. Maybe you're not sure. Wow, they had the whole thing in here? Oh my gosh. That's effort. I like it. Alright. History. In the beginning. Montreal subterranean bunker in 91. 3 men, known only for their aliases Colonel Mohammed, Commander Spice, and the White Asian, found themselves in the heat of an armed struggle without access to enough manpower to end the hostilities. So they called the Diamond Dogs. I mean the Fox Unit. I mean AIM. Cool. Okay. I think there's anything else that I can click on in terms of links. Yeah, of course it's Montreal. The most violent place in the world. Oh, I gotta go back and get my code to use IMP, don't I? XEP624. Patented 4-step process can break any person into their main components without the aid of a machete. Oh, interesting. Alright. Personality. Unlike other quizzes that try to get you excited about ink stains on paper, our thorough assessment is designed to elicit the answers that indicate the skills you identify with most strongly. Okay. We've had worse than you. When you were a kid, you most wanted to be Bruce Lee, Clint Eastwood, Rocky, Houdini, Terry Bradshaw, or the President. Let's try Houdini. Waiting in line at a circus, watching a punk teenager. So this is a way to generate stats, I guess. Watching a punk teenager attempt to throw darts at balloons in order to win a prize. He misses the first 3 shots and pays for more. Apparently after a luxurious prize, a gold nose ring for his girlfriend. So if I pick like the president, I'd get a high leadership, for example. Gotcha. After watching him for 20 minutes, you are frustrated. You have quite a bit of skill in this game, so you offer a bit of on-the-spot coaching. Show him how to throw a dart properly. Toss darts over his shoulder so no one notices. He wins the prize. On-the-spot coaching. Just watch someone put $1 million into a locker at a bus station. Amazed that he just walks away, albeit with a key. Find yourself in a moral dilemma. It does not last long. $1 million is a lot. Open the lock with your gun. Keys to other lockers. Under cover of darkness, ambush him. Something illegal must be taking place, right? I feel like this game's not going to reward me. FTL has beaten the goodness out of me in games like this. If it has an attitude, you should probably play along with that attitude, is what I've kind of noticed. Suppose you owned a pickup truck, lived in Tennessee, what's the most likely item to be displayed in the rear window? Really aggressive deer. I'm not a fan of most of these answers. It would really scare me away, so I know that this is the wrong answer for this game. Which still thinks I did nothing. Your annoying, pathetic, furry purple dinosaur should be held up as a living role model for children's morals and values. Hung from a tree. Hung from a tree and shot. Oh man. Getting mad about Barney the dinosaur back in '99. You're alone and asleep in your bed at night when you hear a sound downstairs. You're certain someone's breaking into your house. In lingering seconds between awakening and your impending heart attack, you reach for the phone and call 911. Would you most likely be next? Grab your gun, blow holes to the floor. Okay, let's go with the grab a knife. Middle of a normal day in a large American city, you notice an army surplus store being looted. Even with a decided lack of morals, this must be your lucky day. You rush inside. Only 4 things left in the store. What do you grab? Brand new computer, complete set of survival knives, night vision goggles. Bob the night clerk, who is wrapped in duct tape, but otherwise okay. I think we're going to take the computer. But minus, of course, the necessary manuals. It's just such a power fantasy thing to it. It's funny. Applying for a job as a butcher in an effort to give yourself the edge over other applicants. You demonstrate that you can skillfully wield 2 blades at the same time. Show up well-dressed and confident that you are the perfect candidate. Jesus Christ, practicing prime cuts and neighborhood pets. Yeah, let's go with the show up well-dressed and confident. Wife is 3 hours late coming home and hasn't called. You didn't really notice. Tell Candy there's no rush to leave. She's with someone else. Pace back and forth in the living room. Let's go with didn't really notice. Live next door to a college frat house. Following weekend after weekend of loud and crazy parties, you decide that yes, you really are too old for this. I'm not even going to read the other ones. Driving to work in your new sports car, you pull up behind a young man in a minivan going approximately -5 miles per hour. You're unable to pass him, and in your frustration begin to fantasize. Press R for rocket launcher. Pull the class where you teach people proper Autobahn driving techniques. It's where everybody drives like 80 or 90 miles an hour all the time. Psychic Ray of Death spins them off the road where they would be slapped by Mario Andretti, who says, "Give me your license." Let's go with the R for rocket launcher. Typically, you don't endorse violence. However, you would easily pay $1,000 to see the following fight. This is so 90s. It's a really good way to put it, yeah. Jackie Chan versus Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's completely sincere, too, right? I think that's part of what makes it work. Barbie versus Godzilla. The NRA versus Congress. Bill Gates versus RoboCop. Mike Tyson versus the Incredible Hulk. That would be interesting. Your mate versus the defensive line of the Washington Redskins. No, really, I do endorse violence. I think Barbie versus Godzilla. Would that actually be a good fight, though? This should probably be the best fight. They had a really good O-line back then. During the summer, you generally think, and that's more you can say for yourself than the other seasons. This fashion trend toward less is more is a very good thing. It's too damn hot. Most of these I'm trying to roleplay as whatever this character is that's a mercenary, but that's my actual answer. Very little you would not do willingly, except sit in a window seat of a small airplane as you circle in a holding pattern for 2 hours. Andrew wouldn't want that. Ever admit that once, just once, you were turned on by a comic book character? I thought they knew their audience in the previous questions. Please. Spend a week walking through the desert, even if you knew the woman of your dreams would be on the other side. Software development. Never again. Not even once. If you were a Major League Baseball player, you would be best known for your accurate pitching, switch hitting, enormous bat. Outlandish requests for bigger salary. Yeah, even like, you know, it's so modern to complain about how much athletes get paid. Let's go with accurate pitching. You're on a commercial jetliner which crashes in a remote mountain range. Half the passengers survive the impact. Fortunately, you're one of them. Being the leader that you are, you gather the survivors. Serve with starvation. Declare yourself chef. Okay. As soon as it said a plane crash, I'm like, this is the 90s, so they're going to have to make a cannibalism joke, right? Gather the survivors. Light what remains in the fuel tanks. Why prolong it? Hunt down the bar cart. Let's go with gather the survivors. You answer all these questions to the best of your ability. Yes. You're very sure of yourself. Okay. Attributes. An average merc ranks in at 55 in all attributes and skills, while 100 is top of the line. Absolute minimum is 35. Below that, you sort of fail to do basic things well, like log on to the website. Skills have a proficient or not minimum. You either have some talent, a minimum of 35, or you have none at all, 0. You cannot be slightly skilled. Okay. No, I just take the engines apart. I don't actually know how to put them back together. Oh, they just let me put in points for this one. Okay. Adjust your physical attributes as compared to that of an average merc. Scores above 85 are not allowed. On their Hercules, get honest with yourself. Alright, well, I should probably have points in leadership. Go for mental skills. I assume that this is for the main character and not just for one custom merc. Let's see. Mechanical, maybe? Actually, I'd rather have leadership higher. Alright, we'll see how that plays out. Probably badly. Should they accurately reflect how you see yourself? Well, no, but... Portrait. These are great. Gotta go with that one, right? George Michael. Actually, surprisingly few options. Well, we're gonna be George Michael then. Voice.
Time for the enemy to say its prayers.
Oh, this game is great,
We
Gary.
have some inconveniences to dispose of.
Time to take out the trash.
Time for the enemy to say its prayers.
Time to take out the trash.
Definitely taking out the trash. Done. Profile viewers being or answers. You authorize a $3,000 payment. Sure. Why not? About us. Alright. Cool. Let's look at our files. Recon report. Just printed this off. Client name confidential. Client number 1122. Arolco. Enrico Chivaldori. Cash prepaid in full. Small third world country. Very terrain and climate. City of Duna. God, backstory stuff in this game is amazing. I want to read through this whole thing. See if we can play the game. Oh, this is my starting merc. Okay, right on. So I guess I'm not actually playing as him. We'll see how that plays out. That might actually be a good idea then. Transit. $42,000. Today's debit's $3,000. Okay. Wow, I really do have a bookkeeper sheet. That's crazy. So, in order for me to play the game, do I need to have a certain number of mercenaries before I attempt my first mission? Because I only have the one right now. I noticed there were other sites where I could recruit some pre-existing ones. It looks like you use Imp to make your own merc, and you use, I'm just trying to convert the flavor to game mechanics. Imp is make your own guy, Aim is take from a pre-built character. Hire a few. You can only make one Imp character. Okay, gotcha. Well, let's take... What were we looking at before? Spider was a doctor. Contact.
Dr. Houston, how may I help you? Okay.
Hire.
We should talk about how long a contract you had in mind.
Wow, that gets pretty expensive pretty fast, huh? Should see what my job is, right? Can I go somewhere to know how long my job is expected to take? It was really good. Got to make our stuffing. I'm gonna go have Thanksgiving leftovers with Sailor Dan et al. After stream here. I guess I'll shut down the laptop and save real quick. You're not in a roll call yet, but stage get all in. There's much you can do in the screen until you arrived in Oroko. When you finalize your team, click on the time compression button at the lower right. So advance time until your team arrives in Oroko. To open your laptop back up, click on the laptop button. Good idea to save your game at this point. Let's see. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so is there somewhere I can go to see roughly how long I should expect I need to hire people? The difference between hiring them for a day and a week is significant. But I don't want to hire them for either too short or too long of time. Oh, I can extend them later, so I can start with a day for everyone. Let's get a medical person.
Doc. Okay. We should talk about how long a contract you had in mind.
It'll take 2 months. Okay, I'll start with a week then. Get some initial money, I guess.
All right. Everything seems to be in order. I'll report for duty.
Cool. Day 1 at 7 a.m. Okay. Gus. Pretty good dexterity, strength, leadership, marksmanship. They also cost a lot, I see. So their cost is based on how good they are, I guess. $20,000 for a week. Oh, it's in descending order of costs, so I should stick with the cheaper mercs right now. John Bull Peters has a high strength, high health. You're strong. You're like an ox. I'm gonna call you Clamps.
Yes? For how long? I'll be there.
Thanks, dude. Already got a doctor. Agility, strength, wisdom. The Russian I team. Igor and Ivan. I love it.
This is Igor Dolvich. What kind of contract do you require? I heartily endorse this contract.
Sweet. I'll get 5 people, I think. We'll see if that works. I did save before taking further steps. Barry Unger. Explosives.
Hello, Barry Younger. What can be done for you? We have reached simultaneous agreement. Count me as part of your team.
It feels like this is an easy game to play badly, to make lots of mistakes in. George Michael. Okay, cool. Simultaneous agreement. Yeah, right? It was not asynchronous. Okay, people are in transit. Just look at my other options here. I don't know what any of this screen means just yet. Alright, so we want to use the time compression button, right? Which is this one. Tactical screen. This is where most of the action takes place. In this screen, you'll deal with tactical combat, interact with residents of Oroko, explore and discover Oroko in detail. Left click on the portrait, left click on the figure in the trainer area, use F1 to F6. So is the maximum party size 6 for a given mission? Just more than one merc for purposes. Click on a merc's portrait to switch between the squad panel and individual merc's inventory panel. Mercs can stand, crouch, or lie prone. Move the cursor over the merc. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse up or down. Okay. So climb buildings, and be a yellow arrow, drag. So search. Use the hand by holding down control. Mouse the cursor over an item. During real-time mode, you simply click the mouse on the location where you want your merc to move to, double click and have the merc run there. 3 stances, standing, crouch, and prone. Run, walk, crouch, walk, and crawl. Wow. So the reverse holding on the left mouse button and dragging your rectangle around. Shift key is important. Show the path the merc will take to get to a destination. Force the cursor to stay in movement mode around enemies. Only see enemies that your mercs can see. Enemies that are visible to your selected merc appear in color. Enemies whose positions are simply known, seen by another merc, appear in gray. Okay. Enemies on the ground glow red, while enemies on rooftops glow yellow. Enemies are visible. A small red number will appear in the upper left corner of the portraits of mercs who can see them. Night's sight ranges are reduced considerably. Oh, this game's pretty crazy, like, I don't really make them this way anymore. A lot of attention to detail. There's a very poor chance of hitting the target from the current position of the target cursor is black. It's flashing black, it's out of effective range. Okay. Throwing items, pay attention to the red cursor. We'll try to give you an idea of where the object will eventually end up. Okay. Enemies are on a rooftop, your merc is on the ground. You'll have to use the tab key to have the cursor switch to the opposite height. Mercs notify you when they spot new items. To see what the names of the items are, move your hand cursor over the area where the item is. It has its own status bar indicating its condition or remaining volume. Alt F keeps the screen centered. So this is a tactics game, right? It's not actually real time. Everything progresses in turns. Auto bandages mercs, burst mode for burst capable guns, hand cursor, sports actions. I'll ask for help with this if I get stuck. Real time until combat starts. Okay, that's cool. Alt S is quick save. Oh shoot. That's not good. Thanks, game. Hold on, we might have audio or video issues as I tab back in. Let me know if anything's janky. It's George Michael.
Talk about flying in low. I had to look up to see the squirrels. I'm sure glad to have my feet planted firmly on the ground. Now, which way to the rebel hideout?
Alright, gang's all here. Let's do it.
From what I'm picking up, the sector's got a few too many people. Yes. Yes. Understand.
This is pretty great.
Understand. Understand.
They're all saying understood at the same time. I love it. Just have to move this thing around to be able to move them. I think I also had an option to...
Trouble is here.
Oh, this guy up here. Shit.
Yes.
Okay, let's give it a try.
I'm
It's
on
showing
it.
me how many movement points I'm using, the little number. Yeah. Can't wrench him from all the way over here. Can I end turn somehow?
Yes?
Can hit space. Got it. Not enough action points. Okay.
What's up? I'm on it.
He's got a decent amount of health. Can go get out in the front. All ran out of action points. Okay, got it.
Yes.
If you right-click on the character, it opens the inventory and shows more actions. That's these guys down here. Examine, cursor level, mute, look, turn, talk. I see. I should maybe be making them get down, right? Holy shit. Ouch. Out of effective weapon range. Okay. Action points.
Understand.
Yes.
I should stay in
Yes.
cover with him because he can't really do anything.
Okay.
Okay, and it's telling me how many action points I need to target different body parts when I hover over them. The combat system in this game is actually super cool. Because I have 14 action points, that costs 7, right? That costs 6. I see. Now I only have 1.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up? Yes?
Yes.
So I'm skipping characters here. How do I actually end the turn? Do I have to have spent all of their action points for it to end? Not enough action points to drop prone. I see. I can crouch.
What's up?
Check mark near the minimap ends the turn. Okay. The combat in this is impressive, actually.
Yes?
Yes.
I go hide with George Michael.
Yes.
More opposition.
His voice is pretty great. Now, why does it say that Spider isn't available? Oh, because he just had so many action points that he gets left over that he gets a chance to go again, I guess. I see. Now more so unspent action points are carry over the next turn, but I imagine there's a limit to that. They can't all go. It's an interrupt. How does that work? Alright. Got him.
Eureka!
What's up? Gotcha.
I like how the indicator for movement is suggesting how much time I'm going to have left. Oh, this game's super cool so far. Alright, and it stops my movement when I detect an enemy, in case I wanted to change my action, it looks like. I see.
Yes?
Is cover a thing in this game? Chance depends on stats. You have AP left on your turn and spot an enemy in their turn. You can interrupt. You can act on their turn. Oh, and that's dependent on spotting them. Like if you only get one interrupt the first time you detect an enemy.
Yes?
Oh, I shot the wall. Interesting. Okay, good to know that that's how that works.
Yes.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes. I don't have action points. I'll try to get in closer to him then.
Yes.
I see why you shared this game though.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So the amount of action points that I spend moving is based on their stats, I assume. If they have a really high agility, they require fewer action points to
Understood.
move the same number of spaces.
What's up?
Cover is a thing. Okay.
What's up? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up? Gotcha.
Now, if I wanted to do a melee attack, do I have to equip something to do that? Knuckles, I guess? Okay, hold on. I think I understand. How do I swap between using the knuckles instead of the gun?
Yes.
Right click to swap. Ah, okay. And it's going to use whatever is in my first slot, I assume?
Yes.
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 Okay.
What's up? Ah, gotta do something about this bleeder before I need a freaking transfusion.
Punch him in the head. Nice. All right.
Cool.
So we don't know if there's other guys out here, but there might be.
Ah. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. She does have a medical kit. Okay.
What's up?
I don't believe we've located all of them yet.
Ah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
What's up?
So now that I understand what the combat's like, I think I have a better understanding of how to build characters. So we'll see. I might see how far I can get with this team. But if you keep this on your sub-block, Kiri, I might rebuild my team and start over. Because I think I could do the whole opening part instead of it taking 30 minutes.
Include me on that.
I could probably do it in like 5 minutes. Now that I think I get it. But this is super cool. I get it. So if they have yellow over their health bar, that means they're currently bleeding and presumably need a bandage. The med kit is the bandage, I guess. Okay. Is it consumable? Or can I use it multiple times?
Yes.
Yes.
I need to figure out how to actually use it on him. It's consumable, but it lasts a while. Okay. Oh, I see. Double click it. Ah, I understand. Gotcha. She's out of action points. Igor needs some healing. Put him there for next turn.
Yes.
I know, you're so bleeding.
Okay.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that with Barry. He's got good agility, shit. Scout out other dudes here. Oh, so now it's free move because there's not any active enemies detected. Oh. Yeah, I see that now. But after a couple turns, it just does that, and that's when like they're not all gone. Okay, I gotcha.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I pause it once I'm in real-time mode? I like to pause it so I can heal Bull without him dying.
What's up?
The advantage of being crouched is probably that you're harder to hit, I would assume. Means he started bleeding again despite having been bandaged earlier. Let's see.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Understand.
Should switch him to have the weapon first so he's actually helping.
Done. Done.
But you pay for that by having to spend more action points to move the same distance if you're crouched or prone, I assume.
I'm on it.
Yes. Okay.
Ah.
Now, this is a cool way to explore a map.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I like the party focus over Fallout's primarily single-player gameplay.
Yes. Okay.
Fallout is the closest thing I can think to this style of combat. This game, I assume, has gotten a lot of mods. I noticed there's a lot of DLC for it on Steam. What was the last Jagged Alliance game to come out? Have they made any since this one?
Okay.
Understood.
Can I loot dead people? I wonder if I should go back and do that later.
Understand.
Understood.
Controls here.
Yes? I'm on it.
His voice.
Yes. Understood.
What's up? Gotcha.
Ah, yes.
Yes? Yes?
I don't think that guy knows I'm here yet. Out of effective weapon range still.
Understand.
Yes?
Yes.
Congratulations.
What's up?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Ah, yes.
There have been a bunch, they weren't very good. So is this the best one in the series?
Yes? Yes?
Forces are in
don't think he
hiding,
knows right
but are
here.
still close.
I see. So what does the CONT mean?
Yes?
Understood.
Okay.
See, real-time mode. So that's just convenience. You're not
trouble
always
is here.
exploring.
Turbo!
In turn-based mode, which would be annoying. Nice headshot.
All
Got him.
enemies are defeated and disgraced.
Good job, Barry. Yes, apply first aid automatically. Sweet. That's convenient.
Ah, look there.
Exploring these missions seems like it's fun. Control is loot, right? Yeah, there we go.
Got it. Nothing.
You can only loot the stuff that you see drop from the character on the ground, it looks like.
Yes?
You go back and check out the other bodies here.
Something over there.
Is there any, I gotta phrase this question. Is there any penalty to exploring? Like, am I consuming resources just by walking around, or is time advancing very quickly?
Understand.
Or can I, if I leave some dudes behind in combat, do I have plenty of time to make it back to them and loot them?
Understand.
I'm just gonna send Barry out, I think. Time barely passes. Okay, so I have all the time that I need to go look for stuff.
Okay.
I notice I think I started at 7 and now it's 7:08.
Okay.
All that time has passed.
Understand.
Double clicking makes them run, I see.
Nothing.
Highlight red if there's actually something to loot.
Okay.
So I know they had a gun earlier. I wonder why I can't loot
Understand.
anything from them.
Nothing.
Should figure out what the
Understand.
examine hotkey is. Earlier, the other characters mentioned that they saw something to interact
Okay.
with. Field Explorer.
Understood. Understood.
Okay.
Did the personality test earlier from Imp actually do anything? Did it change my stats at all? Because it looked like it had me assign stats after that. Health and skills.
Yes?
Shit, don't shoot your gun. It's usually that it lets you do that. Close, cancel, unlock, crowbar, examine for traps, untrap, lockpick, use door explosive, force open. Oh, wow. For a refrigerator. Personality and special skills, I see. He saw something earlier, but I don't know what it was.
Understood.
Is there generally going to be a lot to loot in these buildings? Like, what should I be looking for? Containers? Stuff on the ground? Houses typically don't have much.
Locked.
Could untrap, force open, try to pick the lock if someone in my team is a lock picker. But I have another way to get in this building. There's something that's in containers usually. Okay, gotcha. All these doors are already open, so probably not in these cases. And don't walk on the laptop. Now, this is a cool game. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. Generally, is my mission going to be to retrieve some item, or is it to defeat all the enemies in a space? And is there a place I can go to review my current objective in the area that I'm in? Laptop history has a quest listed, but your main mission is to kill the queen. That's even, and I thought that would take several weeks. I need to like find more information to be able to do that main mission. Friendly, direct, threaten. Oh, and that's based on which character I'm using. I'm guessing that presents a percentage chance of success.
How could it be that you were sent by Enrico? He has been dead for more than 10 years.
But not really.
You want me to believe that you are working for a dead man? I would suggest that you leave Omerta before you, yourself, become one.
That wasn't terribly helpful.
Give me a reason to believe that Enrico sent you, and perhaps I will have a reason to speak with you.
Try being direct.
Give me a reason to believe that Enrico sent you, and perhaps I will have a reason to speak with you.
It has more in common with Fallout. Hey, Andrea. How are you doing?
Good.
This is part
I
of
know
why
you want me to join you later, but I do what I want.
it's hard for me to swap out of the monitor here because that happens, so I can change the webcam. I'm just going to be playing it for 2 more minutes, but now I'm all stuck. Okay, hold on. I think we're alright. Let me try having someone else talk to her.
Yeah?
I have that in my inventory to prove my identity. Oh, okay.
Yes.
And the main character, the guy I start with, has that. So I can equip that and use it as an item, basically. I think I understand. Thank you. So I'm going to change this to a question mark. That means I'm going to show her the thing, right? How would I do that?
Carefully.
Is that trade icon, maybe? No, it's force move. Oh, there's a give option in the dialogue. Okay, hold on. Give. Zero. So it just says 0, just because there's no skill associated with it, I assume?
A letter from Enrico Civaldori. He has not forgotten us. Very few people are aware that he's alive. As far as most of the people in Aruco are concerned, he was murdered over a decade ago. We had given up hope of ever hearing from Enrico again. Who would believe that someone living in the comforts of exile would care about this dismal country? Very well then. Follow me. Do not make any
I think it's
quick
percentage
moves.
chance, but I guess it never
Miguel's
matters
men
for
will be
give.
nervous. You do not wish to intimidate them. The Drana has brutally bombed and attacked us for over 2 straight months.
Assholes.
Cool. Alright, and that is time. Be back in a few minutes with the next game. It's going to be
What's up? Yes.
Hellblade.
Yes.
Senua's Sacrifice. Find a way to close out here. I think I can do it. Options quick here. Thanks for sharing that game though, Kiri. It's not a game I would have played if I wasn't streaming and you didn't put it on Subblock, but it's pretty cool. It's impressive that that was coming out in 1999. It's got a lot going for it.